We've added a couple of interesting new features to the donation side of the CRM software in version 3.5.01, and I want to go over those with you now. I'm going to start down here. We're going to go into the fundraising menu, and we're going to pick receive a donation. And we're just going to go through this scenario of receiving a donation as you might normally. So we're going to pick the date of the receipt. We're going to pick the donor, and let's say they donated $50. And we always have to attach a donation to a campaign as we've always done in the past. And this is a new field that's optional. We can leave it entirely blank, but we can also attach a tag to it. So you can see a list of valid tags that are here. So we only have one right now in this, and it's in memory of Gene Brown. We could add one at any time. Anybody can add one by clicking on this green plus sign at the end. So let's say this was, we can create a new one, and we'll say support of the Bennett family. In support of the Bennett family. So anybody can create these tags, and then they become permanently part of the donation software. So as I said, you can leave the tag entirely blank, but you can also now attach it to any tag that's there. And you can do this through any campaign, and I'll show you a little bit later then how you can get a report on everything, for example, that's donated in support of the Bennett family. Anyway, we'll just continue on. We'll say it was a cash gift, and we'll save that, and we will say yes, we want to print a receipt. So I'll just preview that. Now this is the receipt that we have in our demo, but if we wanted to actually put that tag in here as well, we could design that. So you can change the design of your template, and again, as we're logged in as administrator, so we have access to the designer. Now in the designer, I can insert a text field. I can put it anywhere here. So just for example today, I'm going to put it right in on this line right here. And that is a variable, and it's called tag. So if you want to add that to your designs, you can do that. So it's under a variable, it's called tag. And if I double click on it so it shows up here, click OK, that will print in this section right here. I'm going to save that, close that, and if I reprint that again, you'll see that it shows up right here where I put that to be printed. Okay, so that's assigning a tag to a donation, and that's going to take me to the next part of the program where we have the donation reports. So on the donation reports, we've changed the screen from the prior versions, and we made it so you have a couple new filters. So for example, you can, like always, you could pick a prospect, a campaign, and a pledge, and a date range, which is what we've had before. Starting with this version, you can also specify any donations that have specified a specific tag. So if you can imagine now, you can get all the donations that were made in the memory of Gene Brown simply by picking that on here. And of course you pick a date range in here like this. So let's pick, I think we just did that one to the Bennett family, so we'll do that here. And you'll see that when I print that, it just shows that one single $50 donation, as opposed to if I leave that blank, then I will get all of the donations made in that date range. So the tags are a really important and powerful new function that's built into the fundraiser component. The other thing that we've done on this report is we've said if you just want to print donations that are for a certain amount and above, it will do that as well. So you can specify that, and it'll give you a little bit more functionality on the reporting. So you might say, I want to see everybody who donated more than $1,000 to a campaign, for example, and you'll be able to get that report out simply by adding this in. Now, one of the other interesting things about this new donation report is we've added this whole section on the bottom where you can create a campaign from the report. So let's say that we want to see, say, everybody who gave to our annual fundraiser within the last 3 years, and we want to see if they gave more than $30. And if we did this then and selected this option, we would actually be able to create a mailing list of people that we'd want to approach for a new marketing campaign. So I can say, now I want to do a new campaign for an annual fundraiser dated today, starting today. And you can say who did it, and you can say mailing to past donors from 2014 to 2017. So you can do something like this. So if I print this report now, and it's just telling me that it's going to put the donors on here, or create a campaign rather. Now I just want to back up for a second. So I'm going to say no. So I just want to talk about this field here. Often what you might want to do is leave this blank, because if you don't leave it blank, it will put all of those prospects onto this person's agenda to follow up personally with, which might be okay if there's 10 or 20, but if there's 2,000 people, you probably don't want to leave that filled in. So anyway, I'm going to not fill that in, and I'm just going to say yes. And now you'll see on this particular report, they're all the same person on here because we only have one in our demo, but it would show all the donations received. Now it will create a new campaign with all the donors that are included here will be on that campaign. So now what I can do after I've created that campaign, you'll see I can go in and I can do a follow-up report, for example, or I can do lists by activity or mailing labels. So I can get a list then of everybody who is involved in the annual fundraiser that we started on the day we started it. So that's the way that you can create campaigns from a donation report in here. And that will help you build mailing lists based on previous activity. Anyway, that's a new function for the fundraising component in CRM software for version 3.5.01.